Scammers on Airbnb are booking their way to your wallet, and this is how to spot them before the checkout. I know what you're thinking. Airbnb scammers must be crazy, not possible. Let me tell you guys something. This happens more often than you think, and I've compiled a couple tips to keep your sanity and protect you from these scams on the platform. So let's dive in. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing well. Again, this channel is about the crazy, interesting, and downright bizarre stuff I've experienced as a host. Also some wholesome moments. And today we're talking about scams that you might encounter on this platform, whether you're a host or a guest. So today we're doing a deep dive into Airbnb scams, what you can do to notice them and what you can do to avoid them. This might be what could save you from losing on your rent to a scammy host or scammy guest. Okay, so let's start with this classic. Picture this. You're just enjoying your morning and sipping on your morning coffee, like overseeing the Airbnb kingdom that you have, and then boom, you just get a message, inquiry, hi, just a dry hi, no context, no hi, we're coming to town for a wedding, no hi, we're coming in for work, nothing, just hi. And at that moment, you're just really puzzled, right? Like these platforms, Airbnb has over like 5 or 7 billion languages now. So like communication should be super easy and convenient. It's just amazing how someone could just type hi. You know, sometimes when they get a bit too fancy or they feel like they want to try a bit harder, they'll just add a full stop at the end of a hi. So hi with a full stop. Like it's so easy and so straightforward to book the place on these platforms. So hi dot is not the same thing as request to book. Like you can literally book a place as easily as like a butt dial these days. Usually when I get those, I do the same thing. I just respond with single word answers because I have no idea what this is. This is someone that's supposed to come and book your listing. It's supposed to be super straightforward and super simple. To be fair, I've never understood why pictureless and reviewless guests decide to hit you up with like a random hi. Like up to now, like I don't know what that means. And I don't know if you guys have had any experience or you have any understanding of like why this is a thing on this platform, please drop it in the comment. And also scammers, like if there's any scammer watching this, let us know. Like let us know what's the game plan with this, because I've never understood the single worded hi. We might just call it Scammers Confessions, like a new series, right? Okay, now, so the next thing is the third party booking where the guest is not actually the guest. Let me explain. So you've gotten a booking, but the twist is the person that booked is not actually staying there. One thing with scammers is that they might just book a place, and just because they don't want their details to be associated with this booking, they might go through this third party booking and everything is blurry, everything is just ambiguous, and it gets messy, right? It's like being invited to a party that someone organized, but then that party is not actually for them, right? It's for their cousin or someone, some stranger that's coming outside of town, right? Like you don't know what to expect. Scammers always try to bypass the system. They want to book under a different name. And here it could just be that they've acquired someone's name and profile information, whatever, and now they're booking under that person. So you gotta be really careful. But in these third party booking instances, all you gotta do is get all the details straight, all the facts straight, the full names, all these type of things, and you might as well just double check the photos, right? The IDs that you will be requesting, make sure that like those match the images or the faces of the people that are gonna be staying there, right? Like if those don't match, that's your first red flag right there. You don't wanna just play this whole thing like a mystery. So please just do yourself a favor and tackle it as soon as you know that this is a third party book. Take the right steps to inform yourself, like get all the details, If it still doesn't make sense, you're still not comfortable with it, don't proceed. Okay, so now I'm gonna talk about a couple of payment tricks. The payment on arrival game and the payment failed game. I'm sure by now you've received an inquiry where a guest tried to finalize their payments for a weekend stay, and it turns out that now they're having these payment issues, and now they're trying to change the conversation into them paying on arrival. You've overpriced that whole weekend. You're expecting to earn more than $50,000 for that 2 day weekend. It looks really good. Everything looks clean and proper on paper. But here's the thing, the guest has literally just said that I shall not pay you until I walk into your space. That's all that means. There are multiple ways of making that payment, and if all of those are not going through, you gotta be careful about that preservation. I know, like, it could seem really easy to just say, sure, why not? Okay, like, you can just pay on arrival, right? But please do not, like, I repeat, please just don't. It's not worth it. You might just find yourself in a situation where you've blocked your dates and they arrive, assuming they even arrive, and then it turns into another scenario where maybe they might, as soon as they check in, they become like hidden, like you're unable to locate this person, you cannot find this person, like the private investigator, no one can find this guest that's staying at your place, and it's this whole mess. It's just this whole like cat and mouse game, and it's time consuming, it's draining. You do not want to partake in that like at all. So what I have to say here is payment confirmation before check-in is a must. Now let's look at another payment scam. This one is as old as MySpace, but it's a bit more complex, right? Because it's one of those where it might be a person that had stayed with you for a while and now their payment has failed. And somehow their same banking information or payment information that used to work for 3 or 4 months now no longer work. They decide to now ghost you. You've probably lost like your time, your money, electricity being spent on the unit, and then now your data open. They might have just done that because they didn't want to pay no cancellation fee. Right now, all of a sudden, you're left with your listing calendar completely empty, and you're just begging for people to come and like book your place now, stressing, pulling out your hair, and doing all sorts of like rituals to get your place booked. This scam here is nasty work. It's evil work because it's so well socially engineered that like people fall for it all the time. Okay, so here's a tip for the guest. Always vet the location. The pictures might look perfect. They might look like they've been taken by a photographer, but that photographer might also be a part-time Yahoo boy. For example, I doubt there's a skyscraper in my village with a jacuzzi that oversees the river. Like, you have to be realistic about some of these things. A quick Google Maps check for the location of a listing will save you from a lot of headache. And also be careful if the reviews just seem like they've been written by their mom where everything is completely positive. It might even help if you know someone that's there locally that can just walk around the area. Like, you don't want to be stuck with a listing that's straight out of a horror movie and everything is broken, there's no Wi-Fi, no AC, even though all of those things were specified in the listing. Okay, so another common tactic is being asked to make a payment outside of the platform. So they would say that you might be able to pay via PayPal, you might be able to pay via a different bank account, or even the best one is like they'll give you a personal link that you can pay through. And those ones literally shout red flag. You do not want to click on any link that you don't know because you're going to end up getting scammed for sure. If the host is like, you know what, you can just wire that money to their offshore account somewhere, please just run. Like, that's not even a thing at all. You should never send money in any other forms than through these platforms. They've vetted their payment methods, it's secure, it's straightforward. Don't go off the platform. That's the one thing I can say when it comes to that. Because I'm pretty sure that secured account is just a vault of empty promises and no refunds. Honestly, like I know sometimes like it sounds innocent, but that's how you get lured into Scamsville. And once you get in there, there's no coming out of it. If a host ever asks you to make a payment outside of Airbnb, this is you trying to book the place, honestly, I would not do it because the whole point of having platform and middleman is because you're trying to protect both yourself as the guest and the host is also trying to protect themselves from guests that are trying to scam. So that whole scenario needs to get shut down real quick. I've been asked multiple times to go off platform and my response has always been the same. Like, no, like I always stick to the platform. So here you have it. Scam Central. So knowing a couple of these red flags can really help you stay safe. These are all things that I've seen, but these are definitely things that you can fall victim of. All right, so that's it for today's video. If you've ever been scammed or got close to getting scammed on Airbnb or any other short-term rental platform, let me know in the comments below. And please guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you guys next time.